Stakeholders in Negril came together recently in a bid to put forward proposals to help save the Great Negril Morass. The environmentalists are concerned about the ripple effects of the deterioration of the Negril wetland. A few months ago, Rural Connection made the link between the morass's degradation and the erosion of the famous Negril coastline. Negril environmentalists say there's a plan to rehydrate the morass, which they're hoping will be successful. Overseas experts were brought in to work with local professionals to help address the issue.
I'm particularly encouraged by this effort because we've moved beyond where we have been in the past. We've had many discussions over the years, but now we have an opportunity that we're trying to seize to advance a tangible project.
The need to save the wetlands is an urgent one and a critical part of the thrust to restore the famous white sand stretch of beach in Negril. The environmentalists assured that the approach being taken this time around to rehabilitate the Negril Great Morass will be different. Farming in the wetlands is also a chronic problem which has contributed to the degradation of the Negril Great Morass, and this, stakeholders say, will be addressed moving forward. The Jamaica Agricultural Society says farmers will be educated to ensure that good farming practices are maintained. Solving the problem affecting the Negril Great Morass will not be an overnight fix, but the stakeholders are optimistic that it can happen.
But there's no real easy solution. You know, I'm an engineer, so I try to come up with an engineering solution, but the real solution is in how to manage the needs of all the people that live in and around the morass. There's a very, very complex social aspect to it. But from an engineering and a technical point of view, which is what I deal with more, there are ways to bring up the water table in the morass by maybe blocking some of the ditches, maybe zoning the the wetlands so that some areas are more for high water table zones, and in some areas it's more appropriate to do farming. There are other methods to do, like controls drainage. There are weirs that can be built.
The environmentalists theorize that solving the wetland problem will have a ripple effect that will be beneficial to other industries.
I think the successful restoration of the morass would have enormous benefits to the local economy, to the improvement of water quality, and hopefully of the adjacent marine environment as well, particularly the reef. It would also improve other measures of human well-being, especially health through improved air quality by reducing the incidence of peat burning, for example, and also to provide opportunities not only for more ecotourism, but also for education and research.
So, environmentalists are one step closer in the effort to restore Negril's beaches, starting with the rehabilitation of the Great Morass. The next step will be to source funding to get the rehabilitation project off the ground. Reporting for Live at 7, I'm Kaneal Gayle.